Thanks for joining us. This is Danny.
And the fancy boy.
And the fancy boy over here.
Fancy.
Today we're going to be putting together a fast smelter, like a super smelter kind of thing. And we're going to be using all this stuff. Lots of iron. So let's get started. So this this is where we're putting it. Basically, this is where our input and output is going.
I almost spit my water, so not spit, spill.
So this is where we're going to put the super smelter. This is where our input and output is going to be. Although the smelter itself is going to be like back there, kind of hidden from us. And what I'm thinking, the input is actually going to be a minecart. So we're using a minecart with a chest to input the ores. And then we're basically going to press a button, and then the minecart is going to shoot off and do its thing. Now, one of the things, this is my own design, the smelter, although it's probably not original because it isn't particularly fancy or anything like that.
Fancy.
It's not particularly fancy, but
it's not particularly
fancy. But there's a couple of things I like about it. One is that the minecarts are only going to run when they need to. So like we're not going to have this constant noise of minecarts going back and forth. And two, it's fast. It's basically going to be using 8 blast furnaces, and it's going to distribute whatever we give it between those evenly between the. There are a lot of distractions here today.
Yeah.
It's going to distribute them evenly between.
It's going to distract them evenly.
Between
Sorry.
It's going to distribute them evenly between all the blast furnaces, and then it's going to. Oh, I found water.
And it's the sword. Oh, it's from the sugarcane over here.
Yeah, from the sugarcane farm. Okay, so I don't think I need to go up that high anyway, so we'll just keep it at this height. First, let's build kind of like the interface, which is going to be. So I'm thinking we'll like have the cart here. That this is going to be the loading cart that loads up the ores, and it'll just be here. And actually, it's going to be a minecart with a chest. That gives us a lot more room than a minecart with. Now, if we put a button... I didn't make any buttons. I forgot. We need a button.
How many?
If I put a button here... Yeah, that works. And then we can just kind of do that. So, like, that's how we're going to access it. Yeah.
It go.
Yeah, well, now you can put it back together, because...
Well, look, I put...
Oh, did you put it back on?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're going to have 8 blast furnaces down here. I'll make this look decent when we're done, but for now, let's just get everything together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just like regular furnaces, you load the top of the blast... Wait, why did I... Yeah, I put those down there because we're going to put hoppers going into them. What are you doing? I hear a lot of breaking.
Yeah.
Are you opening up some space for us?
No, I was planning on covering up space for you.
Oh. Covering up space?
Yeah, so it's not like in... So it's like not like, yeah.
This area is not secure. Okay, so we have our 8 blast furnace. Whoa.
We are a blast furnace.
What happened here?
Huh?
What happened here? How did that come over here?
Get back on.
Alright, anyway. So, hoppers. And one of the reasons I'm using hoppers is because we're going to use those to detect when input is happening. So that we know when this cart is empty. Because otherwise there's no good way to tell when the cart is empty. And for that... Oh, you know what? I think we need 16 comparators. I only made 8.
Oh.
Okay. And then these guys. So what these are going to do is...
Oh, there's a black... There's a Izzy.
Oh, there's a black cat down here.
It's an Izzy cat.
Down in the cave. It looks just like our cat Izzy.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have any fish?
No.
Because it's like totally cornered. Here, let's block it in. Go get some fish. I mean, we have...
How to tame cats 101.
So these guys are going to output for like a second when something gets put into them. And oh, you know what? No, I don't need 8. I only need 1. Because all I really want to do here is when we give the way this thing is going to work is we're going to give this cart stuff. And then we're going to press the button. The cart is going to keep going back and forth until it's empty. And then it's just going to stop here.
Oh, you can use rockets underwater.
And so in order to detect that it's empty, no, actually not to detect that it's empty, to detect that it's not empty, when it's coming back here, it's going to drop something in this hopper. And that is going to give us a small redstone signal, a redstone signal of 1. And we're going to put that into a repeater. I don't want to get it up there. This is... Oh, what the frick? That horse scared me. Why is there a horse in a freaking cave? What the heck?
Cave horse.
Cave horse. It's a cave horse. Of course. It totally scared me. Okay, anyway. Oh, no, we need a block there.
Alright, I got 10 fish. Hopefully that's enough.
Should be. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put the repeater right there. So any output of this will... Oh, it still puts that in there, huh? Okay.
Food is the best
Well,
fish
basically, trigger...
like, by far.
The best what?
The best food source.
Is what?
Fish.
Oh, yeah. There. Okay. So, if I push this cart back...
Where's that cat?
And then we're just going to have rails going all the way across. Oh, I hear it.
It's coming.
Oh, I ran out of... Alright, whatever. We'll make this pretty, I swear. But for now...
I got it!
Yay!
We have another freaking
We have another stupid cat.
If you can't tell, we like cats.
Yeah, we like cats a little bit. Oh, actually, I want this to go over 2 spots. Because...
Alright, get up.
Otherwise, it ends up putting too much into this end one. So this guy is going to go here.
What? Oh,
and then we're going to put a powered rail here. And this rail is just going to stay powered at all times. So I'm just going to put a lever here. Oh, boy. And we'll just leave that on. So if we put a stack of something in here, a stack of ore, it's actually going to end up putting 8 in each furnace because we have 8 furnaces, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Because as it crosses, it's going to put 1 in each, and then it's going to come back and put 1 in each again. And then when it has 1 left, it's going to put it in here. It's going to set this thing off. It's actually going to do 1 more trip, and then when it comes back, it's going to stop when it's empty. So that's that. Then the next thing we need to do is we need to get charcoal, or I mean not charcoal, but coal in here. And that we obviously have to put into the back because that's how Minecraft. What? I don't know why that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet something went in that hopper. Yeah. Oh, now we know that works. Yay. Ooh, cool. I mean, iron.
That's yeah.
Remember?
That's the Dan. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I used to always call iron coal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still do. Apparently. All right. So now we have hoppers going into each one of these. And then we're going to have another system set up similar to this one.
With you. We need iron for an anvil.
Okay, so that is going to be our thingy for stuff. So that. All right, connect with that one, please. Yay, okay. So this is the same concept. We're going to be running the minecart over these hoppers in order to fill up the blast furnaces with coal. Is that an Enderman in our house? There's an Enderman in our house. That's fine. He can be there.
This is fine.
hearing villagers down here. Now what this cart is going to do is it's going to sit here and wait until one of these guys needs charcoal. And the way we're going to know, or coal rather, or whatever, fuel. And the way we're going to know that is that we're going to have comparators on the hoppers. And if the hopper is completely empty, we're going to assume that it needs coal. So that's what I've got my 8 comparators for, except that I only have 7.
That's what I got my...
These guys are going to basically go into a NOT gate. And I'm actually having them all go into their own NOT gates. Oh, actually, I need to go over one more.
Oh, God, no. I lost my water.
Because I want to pick up any redstone signal, even just a redstone signal of 1. So we've got redstone torch on every one of these. So that if there's anything in this inventory, that redstone torch is going to turn off. So if there's anything in the hopper, then we know that the blast furnace is full. Oh, I need more redstone. And then we got to pull from the bottom of these. And for that, I'm just going to use hoppers. I'm not going to bother using a minecart for this. The Enderman gave us a gift, but he covered up our smelter. He's like, no, you guys don't need that. He's looking at me like, hey, how's it going? Just don't look at me.
Endermen are so cute. Like, they're freaking terrifying, but they're cute at the same time.
I think I'm just gonna do a string of hoppers and then use a dropper elevator. This is the interface, finally, except I'm gonna block that in a little bit. So this is gonna be the output. That's where the coal's gonna go. Oh, actually, I don't want to put that in there yet. And hi, I already said hi. And then that's where we're gonna put in our ores. It probably would have been better if I had them all at the same level. But whatever, it's fine. And now we have a door over here to go into the room. The super smelter room.
The room of the smelter of the super.
And to bring the stuff back, I'm just going to use hoppers. They keep up. Hoppers are actually fast enough to keep up with the 8.
They are actually keep up.
With the 8 blast furnaces. We may, in the future, decide to swap these out for furnaces instead so that we can do other stuff. So that we can do like stone and stuff, because we might want to do large amounts of stone,
yeah,
or we might just
future yet.
Or we might just do another super smelter. For I hear a baby villager. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I have just enough. Okay, but how the heck? Oh man, this isn't gonna work. I need to get redstone to all of these hoppers without powering that. That's not. Right, so I ended up moving the chest down 1 block because there just wasn't enough room in there to get a good hopper or a dropper elevator. Oh, I broke something here. So I haven't tested to see if this rail is going to work here, so let's test that right now. This hopper or this dropper is not being powered directly, so I'm hoping that it's not going to power that rail. So you stand up here and watch that rail, or watch that cart.
Huh? Wait, what?
Watch that cart.
That cart?
This cart right here. Keep it.
Right.
Watch that, because I'm going to put some stuff. So I've got a dropper elevator, and it's just feeding itself. We've got a comparator coming out of the dropper, so whenever it has anything, it'll output a redstone signal, which goes into this repeater, which goes back into the comparator, which shuts it off, which causes it... Wait, shuts it off until it... Which causes this to shut off, so it basically pulses. And that's powering the middle hopper, or dropper. So if I put, like, 3 dirt in there...
No, Wesley, that's
why did that get stuck? This was freaking working before. Darn it. But it didn't cause the cart to go, so that much is good. 2 of the dirt went up here. 1 of them got stuck in that middle one. Oh, you're so loud. You crunch so loud.
Yeah, but I don't stomp very loudly.
No. Alright, we need one more hopper. Super smelter is working. I did have to make a few adjustments, so I'm going to do a little demo first, and then after that I'm going to show you how all the redstone is set up. So if I put iron ore in here, I put a stack in there, press the button, the cart goes away, and you can hear there's a bunch of smelting going on in there.
Yeah, there is. The furnaces are
And
on.
we've already got iron pouring in. Look at that. Look at how fast that's coming in. And then this thing will stop as soon as it empties it out. It's going to go back and forth a few times. It's basically going to drop 2 in each furnace with each run. And there it is. Yay!
Yay! Excitement!
Excitement. So let me show you how it works. Tristan's doing a little maintenance down there. He's on the floor.
I'm doing maintenance.
Crawling under the... So, of course, we've got our 8 blast furnaces here. We might set up another one with regular furnaces so that we can mass do like stone and all that kind of stuff. We won't do a mass one with smokers probably because I don't see us mass doing potatoes or anything like that. But we'll start with the coal because it ended up being one of the more difficult parts for some reason because it wasn't working quite right. So I've got a minecart with a hopper here that is getting coal from a chest above, and that is going over these hoppers where it is dropping coal. And then I've got all these comparators checking the contents of those hoppers. So those hoppers are going, of course, into the back of the blast furnace, which fills it up with coal. As long as the blast furnace is not full of coal, this hopper is going to be empty, and therefore the comparator will not output anything. So if that hopper is empty, then this NOT gate will turn on. So anytime any one of these hoppers is empty, we're going to get a redstone signal out here.
The off gate will become an on gate.
Yes. We'll get a redstone signal out here that will cause this cart to go. So the only time this cart is actually going to go is if one of these hoppers needs coal. So it's kind of like a request system. Now I did run into a problem that for whatever reason, it's not evenly distributing the coal. In some of the hoppers, it was giving 2 in one pass, and some of them it was only giving 1. So I tried a couple different solutions to try to fix that, but I couldn't, because of the space constraints here, I couldn't really get anything to sufficiently address that. So what I did is it consistently was putting 3 coal in each of these, and these over here it was consistently only giving 2. So I basically just backfilled these with cobblestone so that it'll just never turn on.
Ow.
Eventually these are going to fill up, and I don't want the entire hopper to fill up with coal, so I put cobblestone in there. But these, I know it's only giving them 2, so they're going to run out of coal from time to time, and those will be basically the ones that tell the cart that it's time to come and deliver some more coal. So that's the coal delivery system. So as long as we keep that chest over there full of coal, it should be fine. Now we do have to start out with full blast furnaces of coal because it isn't really able to get the coal fast enough to go back and forth and fill them all up because it's not getting 8 or 16 coal every time it stops here. So we have to start out with everything full, which is totally fine, and that's it. So we'll always have coal in here, and then this is the delivery system, obviously, for the ores. Those go into the top of the blast furnace, and that's just manually triggered by this button. Actually, I have a button on both sides. That one was for testing. So we just fill up this minecart with stacks of whatever we want to do, and we press the button, and it just keeps going back and forth until that cart is empty. And every time, it's distributing them nice and evenly, so that's working out beautifully. And because we have 8 furnaces, the most efficient way to do it is 1 stack at a time, because then it'll give each furnace 8 for each stack. This thing over here, now be careful not to stop that cart, because that'll screw up the timing. This thing here is just detecting what's passing through this item hopper. So as it drops something in this item hopper, now it's starting to fill up the gold, it's going to give this guy... Oh... That is a problem. If we're doing different types of thing. Yeah, we can't do that. We have to do one type at a time. I kind of
that's
forgot
fine.
about that. Yeah, so we'll have to do one type at a time. We'll do the gold after the iron is finished. Otherwise, the cart would just keep going back and forth until it was finished with the iron, which wouldn't be a big deal. I don't like systems where the cart is going back and forth all day long. I want it to only be going back and forth when it actually needs stuff. So this thing is basically when the item passes through it, it's going to trigger this comparator, which is going into 2 repeaters to give the cart time to get back to that powered rail, and then it's going to give it a pulse, which will send the cart out again. So if it drops something in here, then we know that there's still more to be delivered. So here, we can do our gold now. So I finished that iron already, so we can do it again. And now it's going to deliver all the gold. Nice and evenly. So that's how we get everything set up. Yeah, and you can see our delivery cart for coal got triggered there. So it's going to do that, of course, every 8 smelts. And then down here, we've got everything returning to... We're just using hoppers to return everything back. So I have a line of hoppers going into a dropper elevator here, which is basically just a comparator going into a repeater, and then going back into itself. So if there is anything in this bottom dropper, we're going to end up with a pulse here. And then that pulse is going to hit the middle dropper. We don't really need a repeater there, actually. That could just be a piece of redstone. It's going to hit that middle dropper, which is going to cause everything to go up. There's 3 droppers, actually, in this elevator. Now, there's one drawback to this, and that is that it leaves the last piece in there, just by the nature of how this system works. If I wanted to fix that, I can't, because I don't have enough space here, because like that block right there, there's a powered rail above it. So that's totally fine. So what I did to kind of get around that is if we want to flush that out after it's done. So right now it's done. All the ores, all the ingots are in here. There's 1 ingot down there. All I have to do is press that button and it'll dispense it up here. So no big deal. So that's the whole system. It seems kind of simple, but it took me a while. And especially when you're designing your own redstone circuits, you're spending most of your time troubleshooting things. It's just like programming, really. But the biggest problem was this. I wanted to try to fix this issue where it was giving some of the hoppers more than the others. But I gave up on it. I tried a few different solutions. I actually tried using observers to check that redstone signal, but the problem is they interfere with each other. So like if this guy has a full stack, it's going to be kind of overpowering the one next to it. So this solution works fine because we pretty much know consistently that it's always giving more coal to those hoppers. So we don't really care. Like they're never gonna trigger more. So if one of these 3 hoppers runs out of coal, then it's gonna deliver more coal, and that's cool. So that's it. We might do another one of these with regular furnaces, or we might just swap these out for furnaces when we want to do furnace-y stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But next time we're going to do another raid, or maybe a couple more raids. I don't know, because we want more babies.
Yeah.
Well, Tristan killed all of our undying totems.
Totems of undying.
Totems of dying, so...
Undying, not dying.
That's what I said.
No, you said dying.
Anyway, so we're going to get more totems of undying, and we're going to do some more raiding, and we're also going to probably get some more vending books right away, too, because why not, right? So if you have any questions about this or whatever, or comments or ideas or whatever, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And of course, if you did enjoy this, don't forget to click the like button and join us next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.